Hello there and welcome to the Wandering Wolf YouTube channel. I'm your host Mark Rhodes. Alongside me, as always, in his rather snazzy retro Goodyear Wolves top is my good friend Mr. Craig Forward. How are you, mate? Looking very nice and dapper today.
Thank you. I was only going to pull this out if we won, but
should have won, shouldn't we? Should have.
Top. I won't hear anything else said.
I don't know. It's different. It's like Marmite, that top, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit Marmite, isn't it, this one?
Yeah.
But, I'm a big fan. I always like this one because I always remember driving past the sports shop with it in the window, and I really wanted it, and I asked my dad, and he said no. And to be honest, he barely said no to anything. But that's all I think he did. I don't know why, and it really peed me off. So later on, when I got the chance to buy it myself, I was like,
well, he was the hater of Marmite. It looks like. But hey, we digress. We've just we've drew the game 1-1 against Newcastle. Quite a few things to pick up on, really. The fact that we didn't turn up for the first half is a big talking point, and it seems to be the talking point of the whole season. But yeah, first half absolutely shocking. Second half got a bit better. I think we're going to differ on who we thought our best Wolves player was. But yeah, what were your overriding thoughts on the display?
Well, obviously it's just finished. I've literally just switched off and jumped on. So, oh man, I'm frustrated, to be honest. Again, you've just said it, mate. First, what is it with this first half not being able to turn up? Why? Why can't we do things from the word go? I don't know what it is. But the first half was like, back to where we were a few weeks ago, just pulling my hair out, screaming at the TV, like, what? Why is this so poor? It doesn't need to be this poor. I thought that Maximin for them sort of ran the show, really. It was almost like, oh, look how good he is.
Yeah.
Gave him far too much respect, I think. And then again, second half, we came into it a bit and started to play a few bits and bobs, but I don't think we ever really fully got going. It was a bit of a rubbish game, wasn't it, really, I suppose? And then, great goal from Neves, and you thought, there's only really one team going to go on and win this, but I think a draw is probably fair. It's always a draw, isn't it?
Last 4 games.
Yeah, there's few positives really to take. I thought Semedo looked good on occasion. Again, I'm quite like.
Where are the straws to clutch? Where are they? Where are they?
It is. Yeah, I mean Traore again. His usual tricks.
Oh well, mate. He's my man of the match.
He shows a few moments of turning something out, making something out of nothing, and then passes it to them or out or something. Same old stuff.
Don't agree. But
I don't know what game you were watching.
Oh well, I got this. I got this on Twitter. It was so funny because when we played Leeds, I was giving him a right load of grief, and then he scored the equaliser like just as I'd sent the tweet, and it happened exactly the same with Neves, because Neves for me had his worst game for ages. Like there was a stat that Sky or BT, I can't remember what channel we were on, but they put it up and he had 50% pass accuracy for Neves. That's not right.
He did have a poor game, and then he goes and scores on our same.
Well, that's the thing. It's the same thing as Traore, mate. It's the same thing. Like, at least Traore was trying to make something happen. It was so tepid. Like, the midfield was so static and pedestrian. And, like, we should get used to that now. We've got Neves and Moutinho in the middle of the field. Like, I know. They are going to be pedestrian.
We just need somebody in there who's lively and, can create something. But, I don't know. It is disappointing, I suppose, thinking about it on the whole. They were struggling, Newcastle side. It was, they're struggling for form.
And they're awful.
We should have been going out. I was fully confident that we were going to go out and batter them tonight and put on a show. And
why are you that confident? You're always that. We don't batter anyone. When have we battered anyone in this season?
It's this one. It's good. Tonight's the night.
No. Well, the reason why I thought we were going to win was the simple fact is that their two best players were off because of injury. Mm-hmm. It was like, what's his name? Massamam? He's not a Curry. He's not a Curry mark. No, Maximan, is it? And Almiron, is he? Almiron.
Yeah.
He's class as well. And they got, took off. And I thought, jobs are good in, sorted. They got no one else. The board on Fraser, I was like, you do better with getting the guy from actual Fraser to be on the pitch. He's pony. So I was watching the game going, surely we're going to win this. And then it came. Yes. Then it came in the 90-odd minute. Fabio Silva on the line. And he gets his head to there with his long wavy locks, and he gets his head to. No, I'm not having it.
He was unlucky. That was a good save.
Shush.
He was so close to the keeper, that.
Oh my god! How many excuses do we need to give that lad?
No.
Ridiculous. You've got to put that in the net. If Jimenez misses that, he gets docked 2 weeks' wages.
I honestly thought that was just so unlucky. Yes, he should have scored, but that wasn't down to him being poor. I think it was just good. It was just one of them things.
How can you say that Traore had a bad game and then you say that about Fabio Silva? It's absolutely it's so wrong. I can't believe it's so wrong, mate. I can't.
Well, Silva had what? I don't know, 5-10 minutes to come and do something.
He did more than Jose. That is true. That is true. He had a shocker.
He did more in 5 minutes than he did in 80. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
What's going on there, mate? Do you think he looks like he just didn't want to be there today? I mean, are we still going to sort of say in each time? And
well, we've got to
what he does off the ball, or was tonight kind of not good enough?
No, it wasn't good enough. And we have got to give him some leeway because he's new to the team. There's a certain way that we play. He's trying to fit in with the Jimenez mould. He's not as good as Raul Jimenez. He never will be. But we've got to give him some semblance of time to get used to it. But tonight, some of the touches, some of the one touch that he had.
He's not the only one, though, is he? He's not the only one.
No, I completely agree. And I don't want this to become bashing of Jose. Dendoncker had a terrible game. He was awful. He was he turns like a ship. Seriously. Yeah. Their forwards were loving it down that side with Dendoncker. He's so slow. Why are we playing a midfielder in the centre back? When you've got Kilman on the bench.
I know. I don't get it. I don't understand that myself. I was just about to say, he's not a defender, is he?
No.
So give him, you got to give him some slack. But at the end of the day, why is Kilman on the bench?
I don't know. He can't be doing something in training, mate, because when I look at that back three, Saiss, by the way, match-saving block. How the hell he blocked that without giving away a penalty? I do not know. He was like this. It's like this, trying to keep fair play to him, man. He pulled out that saved us. Definitely losing that game. What a block that is. But
and that great save by the keeper at the other end.
Well,
from Fabio.
I just it literally the ball. They were like that. Like Fabio was there. It was awful. It was a terrible miss. It was just terrible. And I'm not having this he's 18. Oh, he's got go away. Go away.
We're not saying that anymore. That was I'm
sorry. I'm usually quite calm in these situations, but we need to just take stock of what we have as a squad, because I think when we started playing, we ran through them like a knife through butter. Like every single time we attacked, I thought we were going to get either a shot on target or Traore was like using his pace to try and get to the byline. Neto didn't have a great game tonight, and I think that's the issue here. He's probably our only world-class player that we have, and if he doesn't play to 85-90% of what he's capable of doing, we struggle, and we are struggling at the moment for chances.
If he's not playing at firing on all cylinders, it's noticeable, isn't it, massively? And it's like, there it is straight away. He's not playing. You know, he's got to be on form. But I thought he struggled tonight to get into.
Yeah, it's weird, wasn't it?
His rhythm and I'm not too sure why, because he got the beating of his man, obviously, and I don't know what it was really. He's just had a bad game, I think. And I don't really want to overanalyze it too much and start saying, "Oh, that was rubbish and this was rubbish." I think it was just one of them games where
it had one all written all over it, didn't it? Really?
Yeah, we've dragged ourselves out of this sort of poor spell that we were going through.
Yeah.
And I just think tonight it was just one of those games. It was just a bit sort of
meh. It was meh, wasn't it? It was a meh game. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
You know what?
Because I think tonight was a real opportunity to. I know I'm Mr. Positive, but put on a show, go and take the game to them from the first whistle. But again, it took us 45 minutes of doing absolutely nothing again, and I don't understand it at all.
Unfortunately, mate, I don't actually think it's in us at the moment to go out and like put on that type of performance. I just don't think it's been instilled in us yet. Like, even though we've gone on this run where we've not lost a game, and again we continue in that run, which is great. Like, the a winning mentality, it breeds through the team, and if you're not losing, that's got to be a good thing, obviously. But for us, the first half of games needs to be rectified, and really quickly, because it's not just the fans that are noticing it. Surely it must be the coaching staff that, like, Nuno must know.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Like, I don't understand how you can't. You get ready for a game, you prepare. You travel, you go and why do you go and put a performance like that in the first half? Why?
Yeah, it gave all the impetus to Newcastle, who are, let's be honest, they're fighting for their lives, aren't they?
Exactly,
it's like play to your strengths, and also look at the team that you're playing up against. I'm not expecting us to do that against Man City away. Do you know what I mean? But against a team like Newcastle that are fighting for their lives, and let's be honest, we're hanging on for a point at the end. Like, that for them was a big point, and you could tell that by the way they were just sitting back and going, "All right then, lads, we'll take our point, thanks very much." It just looked like that, and it looked like a defeated team, and that's what is frustrating, because if we would have gone for the jugular for the first half and get a couple of goals, that game's over. Their heads drop and it's game over. But I don't actually think we've got that in us yet. Whether that's through injuries or the way we are playing at the moment. But
it's just so cautious and so pedestrian, and so there's no bite or I don't know why it has to be so slow and cautious and side and
it's
like you say, we've got the player. You've got Traore on the pitch. You've got Neto on the pitch. Use them, attack.
Yeah, I thought Johnny played well tonight. The positives, definitely. He's brilliant, man, and like, we've missed him a hell of a lot. I thought who played well for me. Traore was my man of the match by some considerable distance. I know he's not yours. It's all about opinions, but for me, and I give him more grief than what you do. But I'm watching him and I'm thinking, mate, he's trying to make something happen whenever he gets the ball. Like, he's just, I know he's very trying sometimes, but at least when he gets the ball, I'm not thinking it's going to go back 20 yards back to Rio. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always think something's going to happen, whether he gets a free kick or he loses the ball. At least there's a little bit of fire in him, and I think that's what's been missing with his game. And I'm all for it. Actually, I'm really happy with his performance tonight. Really happy.
what time did you start drinking?
Early. I know. Okay, all right, guys.
Early doors.
Guys, anybody watching this video, please comment below. Do you think Adama Traore had a decent game? Because Craig definitely thinks that he didn't. I thought he was man of the match. Was he somewhere in between for you? But I just think he was really trying to do something, as opposed to Neves, who was giving the ball away 50% of the time. I know he scored the equaliser, which was a great goal. Great goal. Didn't do anything else in the game.
Traore, it summed it up for me, and I tweeted it when it happened. There's nothing on, and this is what Traore is actually good at. There's nothing on, and then all of a sudden he skips around 2 or 3, and all of a sudden it's open to go and put a ball in or have a shot or make something happen. He does create this sort of space or this opportunity, but then the next thing that he does is poor. And he did it where he passed it out wide, and it just went
Neto. But to be fair, I know what you say. I remember that pass. I remember that pass for Neto. Neto should have been on his heels there. I know it wasn't the best pass in the world, but he was in front of him, and Neto should have been absolutely. It was the pass. It was the pass on for him, and he overhit it. Only slightly though. Neto should be knowing that that's coming. Definitely. I think Neto didn't have a great game.
He should be aware that a bad pass is coming. Well, no, he should. He should.
I walked into that one, didn't I? Adama Traore is like your shirt. He's like your shirt. He's like Marmite. You either love him or hate him. And you know what?
But I really, really want to love him.
I know. I know. Yeah. But when I watched the first half, I thought they were going to beat us quite comfortably, and that's bad against a team like Newcastle. We did the same at Southampton. It was exactly the same.
Your thoughts on what you thought about Maximin and Traore? Obviously, they're similar players, I suppose. Yeah. Which one would you have in your team?
Oh, don't tell me that. After that, no, you can't ask me this. I want both of them. Please. It's really. You don't. Craig, come on! Don't be ridiculous. Maximum. He was their best player until he got injured by a country mile. At least he was doing exactly the same as Traore was doing for us, trying to make things happen in a team that's devoid of confidence.
Yeah, he had a pretty good game tonight, to be fair. But
he's quality.
In terms of us going forward, he's not what we... No.
Who is then?
Another Traore.
Who is then? It's all well and good saying, yeah, this is not the player for us, but who is the player? Who is the player? Like, that's going to take us to that next level, because is he around for the money and he's going to come and make our squad better? Like, I don't think that they are around at the moment. I don't think they are. Who is? Like, I put it out on Twitter saying, like, a shopping list of players.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I got absolutely, like, crucified for it. Like, I was like, what are you on about? What are you on about? Like, oh, this is a joke. This is. Do you even know about football? Well, yeah, apparently not. But
Oxlade-Chamberlain definitely was. I agree with you on that. Well, I've mentioned it.
Well, you did, yeah. Well, I nicked it off you. You came to me and went, Oxlade-Chamberlain, perfect. And everyone was saying, he only plays 15 games a season. All right, I'll take 15 games with some bot 3, 4, 7, 1200.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Doesn't mean to say they're right. But yeah,
I know it's tricky. I know it's tricky, but I think I've just taken tonight's game aside. I think Traore for me, and let's put an end to it. But he's just
put an end to it. let's just end him. Let's end him. Mortal Kombat. It's a bit harsh, Greg.
Just yeah, I'm just fed up of it now.
He's fed up of it. He's fed up of it. I'm fed up of him. End him. So harsh. He's not that bad. Yeah, I just think like
how I feel.
Yeah, Moutinho needs to go. He's too old.
Yeah, it's such a shame as well because
I love him. We all love him.
He's a phenomenal player, but he's just lost that bit of pace, which happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. With Moutinho as well, like that's the type of player he is. Like that bite and that spite that he has. That's what makes him the great player that he probably was, and he isn't anymore.
Do you think he plays next season as a bit part squad player, or is it a kind of off you go?
I don't know, mate. To be honest, I don't know what's the situation with his contract. Whether he's got another year on his contract. If he hasn't,
I'd like to see him stick around personally.
I'd love him too, like coaching capacity or something, or bring on his knowledge to the young kids that are coming through. Because my God, what a brain he's got! Like he could really help us out. But going forward, if we want to not be a mid-table Premier League team, which, let's be honest, that's all we are at the moment with the players that we've got. I think probably Moutinho needs to go. I play Dendoncker in the midfield personally. I think for me he's a better player. He's a better player in the midfield, and I think that's probably what Nuno will go short term when Bolly comes back. I think he'll play.
We've said it before. Dendoncker's really good at breaking up play and slowing the opposition down, and then putting somebody else like Pedence or somebody into play, or Neto.
But he helps Neves. He helps Neves. He really does. He gives Neves space to breathe. But that's what Dendoncker does.
He's doing a little filling job at the moment, isn't he? Which is just like needs must. But it's
not needs must.
Best position.
It's not needs must, though, mate.
Because you come back to the Kilman, argument, I suppose. Yeah. For whatever reason, Nuno favours him there, and it's one of them. I don't know.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one. But you know what? We've got some tricky games coming up now, mate. Like
we have, and that's why tonight was so important for me.
Yeah. But they are fighting for their lives. They are fighting for their lives, and it was never a gimme. This game, Newcastle are not going to roll over. No. They're not going to roll over. They are literally fighting for their lives, and I still think they're going to get relegated because I think Fulham are going to overhaul them. I really do. Because I don't know what the situation is with their injuries, but if they've lost their two best players, you see Bruce at the end of the game. He was gutted. He was really gutted. Maybe it's not looking too good for them, but I think
it's going to be tight. I think
really tight. And what we on now? 34 points.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're safe, aren't we? It's we're not. I always do this. I always just think, oh God, just get to 40 points. No. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. And that's probably one of the reasons you were right when you said earlier about they look like they weren't in second gear. It felt as though it was a training session.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Baggy's winning today. Has that done us a
Did you see that, by the way? Nuno was right about Lee Mason. My good God, have you ever seen such a shambles in your life? I know it's Albion, but come on, man.
That was bad.
Wasn't it? Oh, it was just the time. If you didn't see it, then you were missing out on a treat. It's just incredible. He blows his whistle, says you can take the free kick, takes the free kick, he scores, then he blows his whistle again, goes to VAR and disallows it. It's just unbelievable. It makes what he did at the Wolves game just nothing compared to And Nuno gets fined 25 grand for saying it. Absolutely crazy.
He should get a refund or
I've never seen anything like it. Well, you know what? I take that back. We have seen stuff like it because the referees this season have been an absolute disgrace.
Well, I don't really want to turn it into a VAR channel, but mate, it's not working. Just say it's not working.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Forget it. I'd much rather have those little, talking points, disagreements, whatever.
Definitely.
Because of an offside or a goal or whatever. But this is just. I mean,
but mate, it's not
today, and he scored a goal. And instead of like running off and like just celebrating and screaming, they were all looking around to sit. And I thought,
it takes it away, and the fans are the
really
same.
Taking it away, man. Yeah,
it is, but it's not. It's not VAR. That's the problem. It's the people that are implementing it. They're still morons. Do you know what I mean? Like you can watch it from every single angle. Like 10 times and still come to the wrong conclusion, which they have many, many times. So I don't think VAR is the issue here. It's the referees union or wherever it is. Like they're all in like this isolated bubble and they won't do any interviews with anyone because it's like, it's mad. It's like the mafia or something. It's like, no. It's like they're untouchable.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a strange situation, really. I mean, obviously, goal line technology and all that, like they have in tennis on the line, and you can see whether it was in or out. Perfect. That's what it's for. But start drawing lines on boots and is your elbow onside, offside? It's ridiculous. To be honest.
It is killing it. It's gone from it's really bad. It's gone from something that should have made it easier to make decisions and made it 10 times more difficult because you've got the different angles, stopping, like Lee Mason, like I don't want to, keep bashing Lee Mason, but he's not a good referee. He's not. He's been, Nuno said this many, many, many times, but he's still refereeing in the Premier League. So it's going to happen again.
And what did Nuno actually say? It wasn't even really that derogatory. He just said he's got to get better. He didn't sort of say,
quite fair.
You are this, you are that, you are this. It wasn't like he just said he's a Premier League referee. He's got to do better.
Yeah,
he's got to improve.
Have you heard what the Brighton lad said? Is it Dunk? Is it Dunk?
Yeah.
He came out and Dunk. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. Sorry, Dave. But he came out and he interviewed. He got interviewed and he just went, the referees are a disgrace and they have been for years. I'm like thinking, if Nuno's getting a fine for 25 grand, you might not be playing for a couple of weeks, lad. But he speaks the truth.
People have got to stand up and say it, haven't they? I think.
Yeah, I agree.
The only people really are going to change it is if all the players come out and say that.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to stand up and listen. But if everyone just says, well, I'm not allowed to speak because I might get fined.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody's got to say something, haven't they?
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be Mike Dean, hold my beer. I'm gonna ruin the game, but he didn't, and I think he's calmed it down a little bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, there's a few moments where I thought he tried to be.
Yeah, but that's just the way he is.
Most pedantic idiot he could be, but overall, I was dreading it. I thought, yeah, absolutely right. I thought it's going to be like, that's nothing. Watch this.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, four red cards for each team.
Yeah, but there was one where there was like a drop ball or some situation, and rid of it, and I thought, oh no. And then Martinho tackled him straight away, and I thought he's going to send him off it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have surprised me. Yeah, but onwards and upwards. We've got a tough March coming up.
We have.
But I think we're going to be all right. I'm still hoping for a top 10 finish. I'd start Silva next game. I've given him loads of grief, but I think Jose. I don't hate. Hate's a strong word. I dislike him. I find him irritating. I'm joking. No, I just want him to do well, and I think we've got City next. The thing is with City, we know we're going to have 7% of the ball. So, why not play Silva? And do you know what I mean?
I'd rather see him play probably and just say, look, run round like a maniac for an hour.
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
chase everything.
Yeah.
That's what he's good at, I suppose.
Well, that's what he does, doesn't he? But there you go. City is going to be. I think that's a write-off. You know, when we do our predictions.
I wouldn't say that. It's not a write-off.
No,
it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm confident we can get 3 points. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, mate. Traore likes playing against City. He does. You know what? He scored at the away game.
I think that was the last time he played well, mate. So yeah, maybe.
He also scored in the 3-2 win at home as well. Oh come on, man! Come on, give him a break. Yeah, I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not his biggest fan, but I think credit where credit's due. I believe he did all right tonight, and it's another point to the total. And onwards and upwards, I suppose. Like chalk one up to experience and get out of there unscathed without a defeat.
Yeah, I mean, it feels strange that you're now saying, just so grateful we didn't lose. Point.
Yeah.
It's disappointing that we had to have a first half of nothingness again. We could have won the game. We could have lost the game. So
I think you're right. A draw's fair result. A draw is.
It was just one of them. Unfortunately, it wasn't a classic, and But yeah, it's like it's a point on the board, and off we go.
Indeed.
Keep going.
Indeed.
We're safe.
We are safe, yeah.
And that's it. But yeah, I think definitely next game Silva, and I think Jose, he's just got to. I don't know what it was tonight. Whether was it just a bad game, like a few players had a bad game. Neto had a bad game.
I think you might change it up for City. I think you might change it up. You might see quite a few changes in midfield.
We might as well. As well.
Exactly. It's.
I'd love to see Altasawi in the middle.
I would just to see what he can do. Like, he's not going to change the outcome of the game. I don't believe. But if he can put himself about and be the heir apparent to Moutinho, it's.
They're obviously. I would imagine somebody like that is desperate to just show what he can do and say, "Look, I need to be in the plans next year. Don't go out and replace." Moutinho with anyone. I'm here.
Yeah,
and I really do like him. So I do want to see a bit more, but we'll see. I just hope he doesn't stick with the same formula as tonight, and it's another, just to let them have the ball. And
mate, he definitely is going to do that.
Devastated with that.
But no, that's what's going to happen. It definitely is. It's going to happen. So you just live with it. It's happening. So But
and when is it? Is it Monday? Or?
Something like that. It's next week. So I
think it's Monday night. So.
Blimey. Well, we're busy, aren't we, March?
Yeah.
We've got some great interviews coming up. Can't tell you too much, but it's good. And thanks to everybody that's subscribing. We were almost at 700 subscribers.
So close now.
Wonderful. So thanks, guys. It's much appreciated. So
somebody commented on our last video and said, I think you guys are putting out too much content, or putting out your big guns too fast or something. I was like, we've only just got started, man.
Only just begun.
We've got a lot coming up.
All right.
We've got a lot coming up.
We certainly have.
Stay tuned.
Indeed. Well, mate, always a pleasure, never a chore. Loving the top, if it's any consolation to the result. Loving it. You've been watching Wandering Wolf. Thanks very much.
Cheers.